I'm very encouraged by the business plan. I think it looks at children who are at a disadvantage economically. I believe some of those children will be served through this project. I also believe there will be some children served whose parents work at night, who have extended hours, who have special needs and need additional care. So I see a wide variety of children and family needs being met through this project.
Our board, the city council folks that have been involved all this time, the county commissioners that have been involved, leads, the economic development organization that's been involved, they have just really come together.
It's a wonderful opportunity to work together and to make something great happen for the entire community.
The Early Education Partnership, before it was even called that, was a loose group of interested people, and one of the first things they did was a survey at a couple of the large employers asking their folks how they were dealing with their child care. And what they found was even people who had family members taking care of their kids didn't feel like it was safe or the best place for their kids. They wanted more quality. They wanted to have more assurance that skilled people, trained people were taking care of their kids.
We have parents that have a difficult time finding childcare, and so we see them having to shift off, so to speak, with the children. One will work in the day and one will work at night, and they won't have a chance to work together as a family, and that makes it very difficult for the children that are involved.
When you're trying to attract and retain quality employees, it's a major concern that you're able to provide young families with high quality early education opportunities for their children.
A new family comes into the community, they may not know anyone, but they've met someone in their apartment complex, for example, so they're leaving their children there. That doesn't work out, and oftentimes they have to move back where they came from because they don't have the child care that would allow them to keep the job that they came for to begin with.
As we looked at the needs assessment for the community, and every time we talked to anybody in the community, child care issues were at the top of the list.
There is a very high need for infant care as well as school-age care. Cheyenne being one of the larger communities, we kind of compare equally with Casper and also with Gillette.
The private sector has had the opportunity, and if we have people that are wanting to move to the community and they can't find quality child care for their children, something's missing. And in my mind, the number of slots that are available for children is not what it needs to be. It's just not meeting the demand that's out there currently.
Some of the child care centers will tell you, I have a waiting list that has more than 100 children on them.
When I started realizing that his current situation wasn't going to work, we started looking around for other daycares. The YMCA had the best facilities and the management was most willing to work with Matthew. So we talked about getting him in. At that point in time, the waiting list was almost a year.
At first, it was just trying to find a slot because I knew I was going to have to come back to work, and it was getting more and more difficult to find a daycare.
My daughter does not have special needs, but we were still on the waiting list for about 9 months to get her into a local daycare.
I literally went from A to Z in the phone book, calling around.
If I was a family moving into Cheyenne that didn't have a year to wait, there could be some real issues.
Young families, young moms and young dads are particularly concerned about quality, not just whether or not they have a place to put their children. They want to make sure it's a good place where their kids are safe and they're not just put in front of a television set during the day. They want to have an educational opportunity for their children.
Kindergarten is not what it used to be. They don't have nap time in kindergarten any longer. We don't even have cookies very often in kindergarten any longer. So it's wellness, and it's all about being ready to go to school and already having some skills in place.
By having such a high quality choice in the community will cause everyone to think about what quality is.
The quality is there where I'm at, where he's at right now, just because I got lucky.
That is difficult, and I know that happens a lot. You know, you have really qualified preschool teachers, but then they're able to get a job in the school district and they make that jump because of the salaries, and you can't blame them.
This accredited facility that really is designed to provide a high-quality educational experience for young children is going to raise the standard in the community, and people are going to come to expect that standard for their kids.
Whether or not a stay-ahead quality daycare would be a selling point. I mean, if they didn't, then I wouldn't move there because, I mean, that's my son.